Hi guys, okay, welcome back. So today I have another fun little makeover craft for you. So after Valentine sales, I love, and especially love Big Lots because they discount their holiday stuff a lot. So these, I got two of these little wood box signs. They were $6 originally and I got them for 75 cents. So good deals, and they already have a little hanger on them. So what we're gonna do today with them is I'm first gonna stain the edges a little bit darker, and then we'll let that dry, come back, and we're just gonna paint over this white, and then I made a little stencil, and we're just gonna stencil a little saying on it. So, but first, we're gonna just stain the edges a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna tape off the inside. And it doesn't have to be critical right on the edge because we are gonna paint the inside afterwards. So if you do get a little bit over, it's okay. Now I just fold down the edges where the tape, I've over taped a little bit. And if you want to get precise, you can get in there with a exact edge. But really all we're gonna do, now I just have a little can of early American, it's just more of a brown tone. And I just use a paper towel. I'm just gonna if you want to wear gloves, because this can stain fingers for a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. And you could also use a brush. But yeah, you're just gonna stain them if you want. You don't even have to do this step. And then I'm gonna either grab my hair dryer and I'll dry them real quick, or you can just leave them to dry out and finish the rest later. So I'll be back as soon as this is dry. Okay guys, so our stain is dried. I taped off the edge of the stained wood, and so I'm actually gonna do two different ways of stenciling. So one's gonna be a regular stencil where I'm gonna take this one and just paint this white, put it down, paint black over it. And then the other one, on this one, I'm just gonna do a little bit of black on the edge, then put this down, and then paint white over the whole thing, and then take this off. That's called a reverse stencil. And it's just two different ways. So if you have, depending on what kind of stencil you have or what you've made, and it just gives it a little bit different look, texture look, I guess. But to start off, I'm just gonna paint this one white. It might take a couple coats just to get rid of the the words. Alright, so we'll let that one dry for a minute or two. And then I will paint this one black, and then we'll just go back and forth until everything's all covered. And actually I only have my sponge here, so dip in the black. And the black will probably go a lot faster. But my design only goes from the top down and over to the right, so I really don't have to deal with covering black on the top right corner. I only have to do it where my design's gonna be. So we won't have to do as much black. Okay, so hit these with the hairdryer real quick. The black one looks good. Probably put a couple more coats on the white, and then we will get to stenciling. Okay guys, so we've got our coats of paint on our signs, and now these stencils I just made on my Cricut. This is an actual stencil film, and you just put it on like you would any other vinyl. You use your transfer tape and put it down. I just use a card. Make sure it's attached enough so it comes off. Or not. I've used this film a few times, so it's been used a bit. Now we're going to do this on the black, because this is our reverse transfer. And you can see my transfer tape doesn't fully cover it, but since it's all attached, it all comes off. Now we're just going to place this. Where it looks good. And again, we're going to go back and push it down. Okay, so if you can see that, it has a stencil on there, and then for this one, we're gonna paint over the whole thing white, and then when we take the stencil off, it'll leave the black underneath. And this one, again, it's not too critical that you flatten everything out. Just the little pieces where the loops are, you want to make sure you get those. This one, I'm just gonna eyeball it in the center. And there's that one. And then this one we're just gonna paint black in the stencil, lift the stencil off, and you have your white background with your black lettering. And then I just go around it one more time with my finger, make sure everything's pushed down. And it doesn't take a lot of paint. I like to do stencils with the spongy brush and just not rub, but dab. Make sure you got good coverage. There you go. And then let that dry, and we'll do this one. Get a little more paint. And then this, again, we're probably gonna do 2 or 3 coats. And then if you also like the distressed look, you could just do a couple coats and let it dry, give it a little sanding, and then take off your stencil. Or take off your stencil and then sand the edges. And then we'll hit it with our hairdryer. Just makes it go faster. Now, to take these off, I use just one of my Cricut stencil tools. And you're just pretty much gonna poke the stencil and lift it off. There you go. And there you go. That's kind of the reverse transfer. And you can see a little bit like on the H there, there's a little bleed. So you can go back with a tiny brush and fill it in with the black. And with this one, I found these at the Dollar Tree and I thought it would fit. I was gonna paint it, but it's a little too big. So I'm gonna have to look for another cross or something, or just paint one right in here, or maybe do a white flower or something. But there's that one. And then, you know, you just take all your tape off. There you go. And then for this one, again, just find the edge and peel it up. It's okay if you rip the stencil. I mean, and then again, just go back with your poker stick and take off any pieces that were left behind. Don't forget the little tiny pieces that are inside of like the L and the O. I'll look at an angle off the light. You can kind of see them. take this tape off. And there's that one. It says, I love us. And these are gonna go on my walls. And again, if there are little spots that may be bled, you just go back with a little brush and touch them up. But really, for 75 cents, getting a sign on sale after a holiday sale is super easy, super cheap way to get a sign you want. Just takes a little imagination, and you don't even have to make your own stencils. You can buy the film from the Dollar Tree, the one that already has pre-made, you know, wall clings or something. You put that on there, or freehand something. I mean, whatever your imagination can think up. I just wanted to show you these two techniques with stencils. You pretty much get the same result, but doing it two different ways. And yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Have a good day.